This is going to blow your mind. Japan is home to some of the world's most breathtaking landmarks, from the ethereal White Heron Castle of Himeji to the awe-inspiring Great Buddha statues of Nara and Kamakura, and the futuristic Tokyo sky tree soaring above it all. Across our planet there are lands where time itself seems to flow differently, where the echoes of ancient epochs resonate alongside the hum of the future. Japan is such a place. An archipelago forged by volcanic fire and shaped by the patient hand of the sea. It holds within its shores a story of remarkable resilience and profound beauty. From the first blush of cherry blossoms painting the mountainsides in delicate pinks, to the silent snow-dusted temples that have witnessed centuries unfold, this is a world where every landscape, every stone, every rustling leaf seems to whisper a tale of what has been and what is yet to come. Here, the rhythm of life is a delicate dance between reverence for the past and a relentless drive toward the future. It is a land of contrasts, stark and yet harmonious. The serene gaze of a stone Buddha, weathered by 1,000 years of wind and rain, can be found just a short journey from the dazzling, neon-lit canyons of a city that never sleeps. The meticulous art of a traditional tea ceremony, a ritual of stillness and focus, coexists with the chaotic yet strangely orderly scramble of the world's busiest intersection. This unique fusion is the very essence of Japan's soul, a testament to a culture that honors its roots while continuously reinventing itself with breathtaking ingenuity. Our journey will be one of discovery, a pilgrimage through the heart of this extraordinary nation. We will not merely observe, but seek to understand the deep currents of history that have shaped these islands. We will travel through 25 stunning locations, each a chapter in Japan's epic narrative. From the sacred forests of its most ancient shrines to the gleaming towers of its modern metropolises, each place we visit is a vital thread in a rich and intricate tapestry. They are more than just destinations. They are living museums, natural wonders, and vibrant cultural hubs that collectively tell the story of Japan. So let us begin. Let us embark on an exploration of Japan's timeless beauty. To witness the enduring legacy of emperors, shoguns, and samurai, and to marvel at the spirit of a people who have mastered the art of living between worlds. We will trace the path of history from the dawn of its spiritual beliefs to its emergence as a global pioneer of innovation. This is a journey not just across a country, but through the very soul of Japan, a land where every corner turn reveals another layer of wonder, waiting patiently to be discovered. Our journey begins here, deep within the tranquil forests of the Kii Peninsula, in a place that can be described as the spiritual heart of Japan. This is Ise Jingu, the Ise Grand Shrine. It is a vast complex of over 100 shrines, nestled amongst ancient cypress trees. For 2 millennia, this sacred ground has been a site of pilgrimage, a place where the Japanese people come to connect with their culture and spiritual beliefs. The rustle of leaves and the gentle murmur of the Isuzu River break the profound silence, evoking a sense of the primordial. The path to the main shrine is a purification, a transition from the profane to the sacred. The beauty of Ise is one of sublime simplicity, reflecting a core Shinto belief in purity and authenticity. The shrine buildings blend seamlessly into the forest, appearing as an organic part of it. This architectural humility suggests that humanity's greatest works exist in harmony with nature. The forests are as sacred as the shrines they protect, with ancient hinoki cypress trees considered living vessels of the divine. Ise Grand Shrine is a living, breathing sanctuary of the Japanese soul. Every 20 years, the main shrine buildings are dismantled and reconstructed, a ritual of complete renewal. This ensures the architectural style and construction techniques are passed down, preserving a craft that might otherwise be lost to time. The fresh, pale wood of the new shrine stands as a powerful symbol of purity, vitality, and renewal. It is a physical manifestation of the belief that life is a continuous series of endings and new beginnings. Thousands of skilled artisans are involved, ensuring the shrine is never truly old, yet eternally ancient. The empty plot of land next to the current shrine holds the memory of all the shrines that have stood there before and the promise of all those that will stand there in the future. The Shikinen Sengu transforms Ise from a static monument into a dynamic living entity. It is a profound meditation on time, memory, and immortality, practiced not in words but in wood, ritual, and unwavering devotion. The inner shrine, Naiku, is the sacred dwelling place of Amaterasu Omikami, the Shinto goddess of the sun and the universe. Access to the central sanctum is reserved for the highest-ranking priests and members of the imperial family. A pilgrimage to Ise is an act of both spiritual devotion and patriotic reverence. The shrine houses one of the three sacred treasures of Japan, the sacred mirror Yata no Kagami. This shrine is more than a collection of buildings, it is the keeper of a nation's foundational story. The outer shrine, Geku, is dedicated to Toyuke Omikami, the goddess of agriculture, food and industry. This relationship underscores the deep connection in Shinto belief between the celestial and the terrestrial. To visit Ise is to step into this living mythology, a symbol of continuity in a country that has undergone immense transformation. It is here in the quiet shade of the ancient cypress forest that one can begin to comprehend the enduring power of faith and tradition that continues to shape the soul of Japan. In Kyoto, Kinkaku-ji, the golden pavilion, shimmers beside its tranquil pond, a vision of opulence and reflection. Built by Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu, it fuses art, power, and history. Though destroyed by fire in 1950, it was lovingly rebuilt, its gold leaf shining brighter than ever. Today, Kinkaku-ji stands as a symbol of resilience, beauty, and the enduring spirit of Japan. In Kamakura, a new era dawned as samurai and shoguns shaped Japan's destiny. Amidst this age, the great Buddha, cast in bronze after storms destroyed its wooden predecessor, became a symbol of resilience and peace. Now open to the sky, it endures as a tranquil guardian, inviting reflection and awe. Its serene presence a timeless testament to faith, artistry, and the spirit of Japan. Himeji Castle, known as the White Heron Castle, is Japan's most spectacular and best-preserved feudal fortress, a breathtaking blend of military genius and elegant beauty. Its brilliant white walls and wing-like roofs evoke a heron in flight, while its labyrinthine defenses made it nearly impregnable. Surviving war, fire, and time, Himeji stands as a national treasure and UNESCO World Heritage Site, a timeless icon of Japan's artistry and resilience. From the quiet dignity of the feudal castle, our journey now takes us into the vibrant, beating heart of Japan's sprawling modern capital. Yet, within this futuristic metropolis of steel and glass, there exists a district that serves as a living portal to a bygone era. This is Asakusa, a place where the boisterous spirit of old Edo, the city that would become Tokyo, is still palpable. Here, the relentless pace of the 21st century slows, giving way to the sights, sounds, and traditions of a city that thrived under the Tokugawa shogunate. Asakusa is not a museum. It is a living, breathing neighborhood where history is an everyday experience. The gateway to this historic world is the magnificent Kaminarimon, or Thunder Gate. This imposing structure, with its colossal red paper lantern, is one of Tokyo's most iconic landmarks. The lantern, weighing nearly 700 kilograms, is flanked by two fierce guardian deities. On the right is Fujin, the god of wind, and on the left is Reijin, the god of thunder, from whom the gate takes its name. These powerful figures have stood guard for centuries, protecting the sacred grounds within and welcoming the millions of pilgrims and tourists who pass beneath their watchful gaze, marking the threshold between the secular city and the sacred space of Sensoji Temple. The original gate was first built over 1,000 years ago, but like so many of Tokyo's wooden structures, it has been a victim of fire on numerous occasions. The current gate is a post-war reconstruction, a testament to the resilience and enduring faith of the local community. It was rebuilt in 1960 through a generous donation from Konosuke Matsushita, the founder of Panasonic, a gesture that underscores the deep connection between Japan's modern industry and its ancient traditions. Passing through the Kaminarimon is therefore more than just an entrance. It is a symbolic act of stepping into a story of destruction, rebirth, and unwavering devotion. Beyond the gate, the atmosphere changes instantly. The roar of city traffic is replaced by the cheerful clamor of a bustling market street. This is Nakamisdori, a vibrant pedestrian alley that has been serving temple visitors for centuries. The path is lined with nearly 90 small shops, their colorful storefronts offering a dazzling array of traditional snacks, souvenirs, and handcrafted goods. The scent of freshly made senbei rice crackers and sweet bean paste fills the air, mingling with the murmur of the crowd. This lively promenade is the perfect introduction to the sensory world of Old Edo, a prelude to the sacred temple that lies at its end. Walking the length of Nakamisedori is an immersion in Japanese popular culture, both old and new. The shops display a wonderful variety of items that speak to the history of the area. Here you can find beautifully crafted folding fans, elegant hairpins known as kanzashi, and traditional wooden gaita sandals. Alongside these timeless crafts are more modern souvenirs, from keychains featuring anime characters to T-shirts emblazoned with the temple's likeness. It is a place where centuries of commerce and culture overlap, catering to the tastes of Edo period pilgrims and modern-day globetrotters with equal enthusiasm and charm. The culinary delights of Nakamisedori are an essential part of the Asakusa experience. Many of the shops specialize in making a single type of snack, perfecting their recipes over generations. One must try the age manju, a deep-fried bun filled with sweet red bean paste served warm and crispy. Another local specialty is kibidango, small millet dumplings coated in sweet soybean powder, a treat that has been enjoyed here for hundreds of years. Sampling these snacks is not just about satisfying a craving, it is about tasting history, consuming the same flavors that have delighted visitors to Sensoji for centuries. As you near the end of the market street, you pass through a second larger gate, the Hosomon or Treasure House Gate. This two-story structure houses many of the temple's precious sutras and treasures on its upper floor. It is guarded by two more fearsome Neo-Guardian statues, their muscular forms and fierce expressions intended to ward off evil spirits. On the reverse side of the gate hang two enormous waraji, traditional. Deep in Japan's mountains, Shirakawa-go's Gasho-zukuri farmhouses, named for their prayer-like roofs, stand as symbols of resilience and harmony with nature. Built by generations, these homes blend form and function, sheltering families from harsh winters. Today, the village balances tradition and tourism, its spirit enduring as smoke rises from irori hearths and the seasons shape daily life. Shirakawa-go reminds us of the wisdom in living simply, together, and close to the earth. In the heart of Tokyo, the Imperial Palace stands as a tranquil oasis, surrounded by stone walls and moats. Once the seat of shoguns, it became the emperor's home after the Meiji Restoration, symbolizing Japan's transformation. Today, its serene gardens and elegant architecture blend history and modernity, offering a peaceful space that honors the past while embracing the future. Following the Meiji Restoration, Japan embarked on a frantic and ambitious quest for modernization, driven by the slogan Fukoku Kyohei, enrich the country, strengthen the military. The new government knew it needed a showcase, a physical symbol of its commitment to joining the ranks of the great Western powers. After a devastating fire swept through the Ginza area in 1872, an opportunity arose. The government seized the moment, hiring the Irish architect Thomas Waters to rebuild the district, not in the traditional wood and paper of old Edo, but in the sturdy brick and stone of a European city. This was to be Japan's window on the world. The result was a stunning transformation. Where narrow, winding lanes had once stood, a broad, tree-lined thoroughfare emerged, flanked by two-story Georgian-style brick buildings. The new Ginza was a marvel of modernity, featuring Japan's first sidewalks, gas street lamps, and telegraph poles. It was a radical departure from anything the Japanese people had ever seen, a deliberate and dramatic statement of intent. This was not just urban planning, it was nation-building. The government hoped this westernized district would impress foreign dignitaries and demonstrate Japan's rapid progress, proving it was a civilized nation worthy of respect. Initially, the Japanese public was hesitant. The sterile, unfamiliar brick buildings felt cold and alien compared to the warmth of traditional wooden architecture. Many of the original structures remained empty, as businesses were reluctant to relocate to this strange new environment. People would come to stroll and gaze upon this symbol of the new Japan, a practice that became known as Jinbura or Ginza wandering, but they were slow to truly inhabit it. It was a spectacle, a curiosity, a vision of a future that had not yet fully arrived. The district was, for a time, a beautiful but lonely stage set. However, as Japan's modernization accelerated, so too did Ginza's fortunes. Entrepreneurs and merchants, sensing the shift in the national mood, began to see the potential. Shops selling Western goods, from top hats and corsets to beef and bread, began to appear. The nation's first department stores, such as Mitsukoshi and Matsuya, established their grand flagships here, transforming shopping from a mere necessity into a glamorous leisure activity. Ginza slowly but surely evolved from a government-led project into a vibrant, organic commercial hub, the beating heart of a new consumer culture and the most fashionable address in the entire country. Through the 20th century, Ginza cemented its reputation as the pinnacle of Japanese sophistication and luxury. It became the place where trends were born and fortunes were spent. The world's most prestigious brands, from Parisian fashion houses to Swiss watchmakers, vied for a storefront on its main thoroughfare, Chuodori. To have a presence in Ginza was to make a definitive statement of quality and prestige. The district's name became synonymous with high-end shopping, fine dining, and an atmosphere of exclusive elegance. It was, and remains, a playground for the wealthy and a symbol of aspirational living. The architecture of Ginza continued to evolve, reflecting the changing tastes and economic tides of the nation. The original brick town gave way to grander Art Deco structures in the pre-war era, and then, after the devastation of World War II, to the sleek, modernist buildings of Japan's post-war economic miracle. In the bubble economy of the 1980s, Ginza became a dazzling showcase of avant-garde architecture, with each brand commissioning iconic buildings to serve as glittering advertisements for their wares. The streetscape became a dynamic gallery of contemporary design, a testament to the district's relentless pursuit of the new. One of the most iconic landmarks of the district is the Waco building, standing at the main four-chome intersection. With its elegant curved facade and distinctive clock tower, it has served as a symbol of Ginza since its construction in 1932. The chiming of its clock has marked the hours for generations of shoppers and strollers. On weekends, the main street is closed to traffic, transforming into a pedestrian's paradise. Here, on this tranquil ground, Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park stands as a solemn sanctuary, a living testament to unimaginable devastation and the resilience that followed. The A-bomb dome's skeletal remains and the cenotaph for the A-bomb victims remind us of the cost of conflict and the universal vow. Let all the souls here rest in peace, for we shall not repeat the evil. This is a place of remembrance, hope, and peace. From the solemn quiet of Hiroshima, we plunge into Akihabara, Tokyo's electric town. A dazzling vortex of sound, light, and energy, Akihabara pulses with technology and pop culture. Here, silicon and steel replace rock and wood. Anime, gaming, and electronics blend into a living monument to innovation. Neon lights blaze, crowds flow, and fantasy becomes reality. Akihabara is more than a district, it's a cultural phenomenon, a city of dreams rendered in pixels and plastic. We return now to the ancient capital, Kyoto, but to a place unlike any other we have witnessed. This is Fushimi Inari Taisha, a Shinto shrine of staggering scale and mesmerizing beauty. It is not a single building, but a vast network of trails and sub-shrines that spreads across the wooded slopes of the sacred Mount Inari. Its most famous feature, and the reason for its global renown, is the seemingly endless corridor of vermilion Torii gates that winds its way up the mountainside. This is not just a path, it is a transformative journey, a pilgrimage into the very heart of Shinto belief and natural wonder. The shrine is dedicated to Inari, the Shinto god of rice, sake, and prosperity. For centuries, merchants and business owners have come here to pray for success, and in a gesture of gratitude or hope they have donated a Torii gate. Each gate is a prayer made manifest, a physical token of a wish for good fortune. What began with a single donation has, over the course of more than a millennium, grown into this extraordinary spectacle. There are now estimated to be over 10,000 Torii gates, creating a vibrant, sacred tunnel that beckons visitors ever upward into the mountain's embrace. The journey begins at the foot of the mountain, where grand shrine buildings stand in traditional splendor. Here the air is thick with the scent of incense and the sound of prayers. But the true magic begins as one passes under the first of the gates and enters the path known as Senbon Torii, or 1,000 Torii. The effect is immediate and profound. The outside world seems to fall away, replaced by a rhythmic procession of light and shadow. Sunlight filters through the narrow gaps between the gates, dappling the stone path in shifting patterns, creating an atmosphere that is at once serene and surreal. The color of the gates, a brilliant vermilion, is deeply significant. In Shintoism, this color is believed to ward off evil forces and is associated with life and vitality. Walking through this vibrant passageway feels like being transported to another realm, a space suspended between the physical and the spiritual. On the back of each gate, inscribed in black Japanese calligraphy, are the name of the donor and the date of the donation. It is a silent, cumulative record of centuries of faith, a testament to the enduring relationship between the Japanese people and their kami, or gods. As one ventures deeper into the labyrinth of gates, another presence becomes apparent. Stone statues of foxes, or kitsune, are found everywhere throughout the shrine complex. They appear in pairs, guarding the entrances to sacred spaces, their expressions ranging from fierce and watchful to serene and knowing. In Shinto folklore, foxes are considered the messengers of the god Inari, wise and mystical beings that can move between the human and spirit worlds. They are not the deity itself, but its trusted emissaries, and they are revered as such here at Fushimi Inari. Many of the fox statues are depicted with a symbolic object in their mouths or under a paw. This might be a key, representing the key to the rice granary, a symbol of wealth and abundance. Others hold a jewel, signifying the spirit of the god, or a scroll, representing wisdom and knowledge. Visitors often leave small offerings for these stone messengers, a gesture of respect and a plea for their intercession with the great Kami Inari. The ubiquitous presence of these kitsune adds another layer of mystique to the landscape, reinforcing the sense that this is a place where the veil between worlds is thin. The path continues its ascent, winding and splitting, leading to smaller, more intimate sub-shrines nestled amongst the trees. Each of these is a small world unto itself, often guarded by its own pair of stone foxes and adorned with miniature torii gates left as offerings by worshippers. The journey up Mount Inari is not a quick one. To reach the summit and return can take several hours. It is a physical exertion that mirrors a spiritual one, a gradual shedding of worldly concerns as one climbs higher into the tranquil forest, deeper into the sacred territory of the Kami. With every step, the density of the crowds thins and the sounds of the city below are replaced by the whispering of the wind in the bamboo groves and the calls of unseen birds. The path becomes steeper, the stones underfoot more worn with the passage of centuries. Here, away from the main thoroughfare of the Senbon Torii, one can find moments of profound peace. It is in these quieter, higher reaches that the true essence of Fushimi Inari can be felt, a place of On Miyajima, the boundaries between the spiritual and physical dissolve. Itsukushima Shrine and the iconic Otori Gate appear to float on the sea, a breathtaking harmony of faith and nature. As tides shift, the gate transforms from ethereal to earthbound, a symbol of Japan's enduring spirit. Here, every sunrise, wave, and whisper of wind invites quiet awe and timeless contemplation. High in the forested mountains of the Kii Peninsula lies Koyasan, a sacred basin cradled by 8 peaks. For over 1,000 years, monks have walked these tranquil paths, their lives devoted to meditation and ritual. Visitors can join in temple life, experience the peace of Okunoin Cemetery, and find stillness among ancient cedars, a timeless sanctuary for reflection and spiritual renewal. There are few natural landmarks on Earth as instantly recognizable or as deeply revered as Mount Fuji. It is more than a mountain. It is the soul of Japan, a national symbol of breathtaking beauty and immense power. For centuries, this perfectly symmetrical volcanic cone has inspired poets, artists, and pilgrims, its elegant form rising in splendid isolation from the surrounding plains. Its peak, often capped with snow, seems to float above a sea of clouds, a vision of sublime and ethereal perfection that has become synonymous with the nation itself. It is a geological wonder and a cultural icon in equal measure. Fujisan, as it is respectfully known, is an active stratovolcano, a sleeping giant whose last eruption in the early 18th century covered the distant city of Edo, now Tokyo, in a layer of ash. This dormant power adds to its mystique and its sacred status. In the Shinto faith, it is considered the abode of the goddess Konohana Sakuya Haime, the deity of blossoming flowers, a symbol of delicate, ephemeral beauty. Buddhist tradition sees its peak as a gateway to another world, a place of meditation and spiritual ascent. Its presence on the horizon is a constant, powerful reminder of the forces of nature that have shaped this land. The mountain's appearance is famously mercurial, its mood changing with the seasons, the time of day, and the weather. It can be a shy giant, hiding its face behind a thick veil of mist for days on end, only to reveal itself in a sudden dramatic flourish. At dawn, its eastern face can be bathed in a brilliant crimson glow, a phenomenon known as aka Fuji or Red Fuji. In winter, it is a pristine white cone against a crisp blue sky. Each manifestation has been captured in countless works of art, most famously in Hokusai's series 36 Views of Mount Fuji, which cemented its image in the global consciousness. To see Fuji is one thing, To experience it is another. The 5 lakes that arc around its northern base, the Fuji 5 Lakes, offer some of the most iconic and stunning vantage points. From the shores of Lake Kawaguchiko or Lake Yamanakako, the mountain is reflected in the still waters, creating a perfect mirrored image of its majestic form. These lakes, born from the mountain's own volcanic activity, now serve as natural frames for its beauty, offering a place for quiet contemplation and appreciation of this truly awesome spectacle of nature. For many, the ultimate expression of reverence for Mount Fuji is to climb it. Each summer, during the official climbing season in July and August, hundreds of thousands of people make the pilgrimage to its summit. This is not merely a recreational hike. For many Japanese, it is a spiritual act, a rite of passage that connects them to their cultural heritage and to the sacred power of the mountain itself. The ancient proverb states that a wise person climbs Fuji once, but only a fool climbs it twice. A testament to both the profound significance and the arduous nature of the ascent. The climb is traditionally undertaken through the night, a slow and steady procession of headlamps winding its way up the dark volcanic slopes. There are 4 main routes to the summit, each divided into 10 stations. Most climbers begin their journey from the 5th station, accessible by road, which already lies high above the clouds. The air here is thin, and the temperature drops steadily with every upward step. The path is steep and unforgiving, a trail of loose volcanic scree and rugged rock that tests the endurance and resolve of every pilgrim. The journey is a communal experience. Strangers offer each other encouragement, sharing snacks and water as they rest in the mountain huts that cling to the slopes. There is a shared sense of purpose, a collective striving towards a single goal. As the night wears on, the fatigue sets in, but the spirit of the mountain seems to offer its own form of sustenance. Above, the star-filled sky is breathtakingly clear, unpolluted by the lights of the world below. It is a slow, meditative journey, a physical and mental challenge that strips away the non-essential and focuses the mind. The reward for this nocturnal ordeal is Goraiko, the arrival of light, the sunrise from the summit of Japan. As dawn approaches, climbers huddle together against the biting wind, their faces turned to the east. The horizon begins to glow, and then the sun breaks through, flooding the world below with a magnificent divine light. From this vantage point, 3,776 meters above sea level, one looks down upon a sea of clouds, feeling quite literally on top of the world. It is a moment of profound beauty and personal achievement, a spiritual rebirth in the light of a new day. The influence of Mount Fuji extends far beyond its physical slopes, shaping the entire surrounding landscape and ecosystem. The Akihabara forest, which spreads across the mountain's northwestern flank, grew on a massive lava flow from one of Fuji's major eruptions in the 9th century. Here, on the western outskirts of Kyoto, lies a landscape that seems to belong to another world entirely. This is the Arashiyama Bamboo Grove, a natural cathedral where light and sound behave in ways found nowhere else on Earth. The journey begins as one steps from the familiar world of stone and tile into a realm dominated by a single extraordinary plant. The air itself changes, growing cooler, carrying with it the subtle, earthy scent of living bamboo and damp soil. It is, honestly, an immersive experience, a transition into a living, breathing corridor of green that has captivated the human imagination for centuries, a place of profound and almost startling tranquility. The dominant species here is the mozo bamboo, Philostachys edulis, a giant in the grass family. These are not trees, but colossal blades of grass reaching skyward with astonishing speed. Some can grow up to a meter in a single day, their life force an almost tangible presence in the quiet of the grove. The stalks, known as culms, stand in dense, orderly ranks, their smooth, segmented surfaces a palette of greens. From the vibrant chartreuse of new growth to the deep, knowing jade of mature stalks. They form a canopy so dense that it filters the sunlight, dappling the path below in a shifting mosaic of light and shadow, creating a visual rhythm that is both mesmerizing and serene. The true magic of Arashiyama, however, is not just visual but auditory. The Japanese Ministry of the Environment has designated the soundscape here as one of the 100 soundscapes of Japan. It is a symphony of subtle noises. The gentle rustling of leaves high above, a soft, papery whisper that seems to carry on the breeze. Then there is the distinctive creaking of the bamboo stalks themselves as they sway and knock against one another, a percussive, hollow sound like a distant wooden wind chime. It is a sound that speaks of flexibility and strength, a natural music that encourages one to pause, to close their eyes and simply listen to the breathing of the forest. This grove is more than just a collection of plants. It is a deeply ingrained part of Japanese culture and aesthetics. For centuries, it has inspired poets, artists and philosophers, serving as a symbol of purity, resilience and uprightness. The path that meanders through its heart has been walked by aristocrats of the Heian period seeking quiet contemplation, by samurai seeking a moment of peace away from conflict, and now by visitors from across the globe, all drawn to its unique and powerful atmosphere. To walk here is to walk through a living work of art, one sculpted by nature and revered by humanity, a testament to the enduring power of simplicity and natural elegance. As one ventures deeper into the grove, the outside world seems to recede completely, its noises and concerns replaced by the encompassing presence of the bamboo. The path itself becomes a guide, a simple earthen track that winds like a river through the towering green cliffs on either side. The scale is almost overwhelming. Individual culms can reach heights of over 20 meters, creating a feeling of being wonderfully small, a humble observer in a kingdom of giants. Every so often, a gap in the canopy allows a brilliant shaft of sunlight to pierce the gloom, illuminating a small section of the forest floor and highlighting the fine, feathery leaves with an ethereal glow. This interplay of light and shadow is fundamental to the Arashiyama experience. It is a dynamic, ever-changing display that transforms the grove throughout the day. In the early morning, when the light is soft and golden, mist often clings to the lower parts of the stalks, creating a dreamlike, mystical quality. At midday, the sun is high and the shadows are sharp and defined, casting long, striped patterns across the path. In the late afternoon, the light mellows once more, bathing the entire forest in a warm amber hue that seems to make the green of the bamboo even more vibrant. It is this constant, subtle transformation that makes every visit unique. The biology of this immense grass is a marvel of efficiency and design. The hollow, segmented structure of the culms provides incredible strength while remaining lightweight and flexible, allowing them to bend in strong winds rather than break. Below the ground, a vast and intricate network of rhizomes connects the individual stalks, making the entire grove, in a sense, a single interconnected organism. This subterranean network is the engine of the forest's rapid growth, sending up new shoots each spring that will reach their full height in just a matter of months, a silent, powerful explosion of life that renews the grove year after year. The path through Arashiyama is not merely a physical journey, but a sensory one. The cool, smooth texture of a bamboo stalk under one's hand, the soft crunch of fallen leaves underfoot, the clean, green scent that fills the air, all contribute to a profound sense of peace. It is a place that forces a slower pace, that encourages introspection and a deeper connection with the natural world. In a country known for its bustling cities and technological advancement, Arashiyama stands as a powerful reminder of a different kind of perfection, one that is organic, patient, and deeply, beautifully alive, a sanctuary for the soul. The history of the Arashiyama bamboo grove is intertwined with the history of Kyoto itself. During the Heian period, from the 8th to the 12th century, Japanese aristocrats would build their villas in this scenic area to escape the summer heat of the capital. They were drawn to the beauty of the mountains and the Oi River, and they cultivated these bamboo groves for their aesthetic appeal and as a source of materials. Bamboo was, and still is, a vital resource in Japanese craft, used for everything from building materials and fences to baskets, flutes, and tea whisks. The grove is a living legacy of this long-standing relationship between the Japanese people and this versatile plant. The spiritual significance of bamboo also permeates the atmosphere here. In Shintoism, the tall, straight stalks are seen as a conduit between the earthly and the divine. Their hollow centers a symbol of purity and emptiness, a state of mind essential for enlightenment in Zen Buddhism. Walking through the grove can feel like walking through a vast, open-air temple, the towering stalks like pillars reaching towards the heavens. This sense of the sacred is palpable, a quiet reverence that seems to settle upon all who enter regardless of their own beliefs. It is a place that feels ancient and timeless, holding the accumulated peace of centuries of contemplation. The preservation of this extraordinary environment is a task taken with great seriousness. Efforts are constantly underway to maintain the health of the grove, managing the density of the stalks to ensure enough light reaches the forest floor for new growth. Dead or aging culms are carefully harvested, continuing the ancient tradition of using bamboo for crafts and construction. This careful stewardship ensures that the path remains clear and the unique soundscape is not diminished, allowing future generations to experience the same sense of wonder that has captivated visitors for over 1,000 years. It is a delicate balance between human access and natural integrity. Ultimately, high in the Japanese Alps lies Jigokudani, or Hell's Valley, a harsh, snowy landscape made famous by its remarkable residents, the Japanese macaques. These resilient snow monkeys have learned to thrive here, gathering in steaming hot springs to escape the winter cold. Their unique behavior, bathing in onsen, has become a symbol of adaptation and intelligence. In this valley of ice and fire, the snow monkeys of Jigokudani remind us of nature's ingenuity and resilience. Deep within the mountainous Hida region of Gifu Prefecture, cradled by the formidable peaks of the Japanese Alps, lies the town of Takayama. To step into its old town, the Sanmachi-Suji district, is to take a remarkable journey back in time. The isolation imposed by the surrounding mountains has acted as a natural preservative, shielding Takayama from the rapid modernization that transformed much of Japan. Here, the atmosphere of the Edo period, a time of shoguns and samurai, remains not as a museum piece, but as the living, breathing heart of the community, a beautifully preserved townscape that has endured for centuries. The streets are lined with traditional wooden merchants' houses, their dark, latticed facades and low, overhanging eaves creating a scene of remarkable uniformity and grace. These buildings, many of which date back over 300 years, once housed wealthy merchants who grew prosperous from the region's abundant timber and the skill of its carpenters. Today, many have been converted into sake breweries, craft shops and small museums, but their external appearance is meticulously maintained. The absence of telephone poles and modern signage is striking, allowing one to experience the streetscape almost exactly as a traveling merchant or samurai would have centuries ago. Water flows through the town in a network of narrow canals, fed by the pristine mountain rivers. The sound of running water is a constant companion as you walk these streets, a testament to the importance of this resource in daily life. Small stone bridges cross the canals, and in places large koi carps swim lazily in the clear, cool water. This integration of nature into the urban fabric is a hallmark of traditional Japanese design, creating a sense of harmony and tranquility. The water was used for domestic purposes, for fighting fires, and in the production of two of Takayama's most famous products, sake and miso. The town's historical wealth and importance are also tied to its exceptional craftsmanship. The carpenters of the Hida region, known as Hida no Takumi, were renowned throughout Japan for their extraordinary skill. It was said that their expertise was so valuable that instead of paying taxes in rice, the region paid its dues to the imperial court in the form of skilled carpenters. This legacy of artistry is still alive today. Intricate wood carvings adorn temples and festival floats, and shops sell exquisite lacquerware and furniture, a continuation of a tradition of excellence that has defined Takayama for over a millennium. A visit to Takayama is an immersion not just in history, but in the unique culinary traditions of the Hida region. The best place to begin this exploration is at one of the town's morning markets, or Asaichi. The Miyagawa market, which runs along the banks of the Miyagawa River, has been a daily feature of town life for centuries. Here, local farmers, many of them elderly women with weathered faces and warm smiles, set up small stalls to sell their produce. The offerings change with the seasons: fresh mountain vegetables, homemade pickles, potent miso paste, and vibrant flowers, all arranged with an artful simplicity. This is a place of direct connection between producer and consumer. One can sample a slice of crisp, pickled daikon radish, or a piece of freshly made mochi, a chewy rice cake. The air is filled with the friendly chatter of vendors and locals catching up on town news, a gentle hum that is the true pulse of the community. It's an opportunity to taste the authentic flavors of the region, shaped by the cold climate and the bounty of the mountains. The experience is not just about shopping, it is about participating, however briefly, in the daily rhythm of Takayama life. One of the town's most celebrated delicacies is Hida beef, a brand of Wagyu beef prized for its intense marbling and melt-in-the-mouth texture. The cattle are raised in the pristine environment of Gifu Prefecture, and the resulting meat is a true luxury. It can be enjoyed in many forms, from extravagant steaks in fine restaurants to more accessible street food snacks like grilled beef skewers or savory Hida beef buns. For Kanazawa, on the Sea of Japan, is a city where the spirit of feudal Japan lives on. Its samurai districts, tranquil gardens, and historic tea houses preserve centuries of tradition. Here, artisans craft gold leaf and silk, and geisha perform in elegant chaya. Kanazawa is a living museum where history, artistry, and daily life blend seamlessly, offering a rare glimpse into Japan's refined cultural legacy. In Nara, ancient capital of Japan, sacred sika deer roam freely, bowing to visitors in exchange for special crackers. At the heart of the city stands Todaiji Temple, home to the immense Great Buddha, a marvel of faith and engineering. Nearby, Kasuga Taisha Shrine glows with thousands of lanterns, illuminating centuries of devotion and the enduring harmony between nature, people, and the divine. From the ancient tranquility of Nara, we plunge into the heart of modern Japan's relentless energy. This is Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo, often cited as the busiest pedestrian intersection on the planet. It is less a street crossing and more a vast open-air stage for the daily theatre of urban life. Here, at the confluence of multiple major roads and in front of the bustling Shibuya station, a torrent of humanity gathers. They wait, poised at the edges of the pavement, a diverse crowd of commuters, shoppers, students, and tourists, all held in check by the traffic lights. When the lights change, a spectacle of organized chaos unfolds. The traffic stops in all directions, and for a brief, electrifying moment, the intersection is given over entirely to the pedestrians. From 5 different crosswalks, the crowds surge forward, a human river flowing from all sides and merging in the center. It is a scramble, a multi-directional flood of people, yet it operates with a surprising, unspoken grace. Collisions are rare, as individuals instinctively navigate the complex currents of the crowd, each person a single drop in a mighty flowing tide. This phenomenon is a powerful symbol of modern Tokyo itself, a place of immense density and perpetual motion, yet one that functions with remarkable efficiency and politeness. The sheer number of people, up to 3,000 crossing at a single time during peak hours, is staggering. It represents the incredible concentration of life in one of the world's largest metropolitan areas. The crossing is the daily pulse of the city, a rhythmic cycle of stop and go, of collective waiting and synchronized movement that repeats hundreds of times every single day, from the early morning rush to the last train at night. Observing from above, from one of the surrounding cafes or department stores, the patterns become clear. The individual is lost, absorbed into the larger organism of the crowd. It is a living, breathing entity, constantly changing its shape and composition. The Shibuya crossing is not just a place to get from one side of the street to the other. It is a destination in itself, a mesmerizing display of the scale of human life in the 21st century city, and a testament to the social harmony that allows such a complex system to function so seamlessly. As daylight fades, the ecosystem of Shibuya Crossing undergoes a dramatic transformation. The setting sun is replaced by a new kind of illumination, one that is entirely man-made. Giant video screens mounted on the facades of the surrounding buildings flicker to life, bathing the intersection in a perpetual kaleidoscopic glow. These screens, some several stories high, broadcast a relentless stream of advertisements, music videos and news clips. They are the dominant species in this urban jungle, their vibrant, shifting light defining the nocturnal environment. The sheer sensory input is overwhelming. The light from the screens is layered with the cacophony of sound. The blare of J-pop from storefronts, the announcements from the train station, the din of traffic, and the murmur of thousands of conversations. It is a symphony of the modern metropolis, a full frontal assault on the senses that is both exhilarating and disorienting. This environment has become an iconic image of contemporary Tokyo, representing its status as a global hub of technology, commerce, and pop culture. It is a habitat built of light and sound. This dazzling display is more than just advertising. It is the backdrop against which the social rituals of Tokyo's youth are performed. Shibuya is a major center for youth fashion and culture, and the crossing acts as a runway and a meeting point. Trends are born and die on these streets. The constant visual stimulation of the neon signs and video screens reflects the fast-paced, ever-changing nature of youth culture itself. To be here is to be at the very epicenter of what is new and what is next in Japan. For the visitor, it can feel like stepping into a science fiction film. The scale of the architecture, the density of the crowd, and the intensity of the light create a hyper-real experience. Yet, for the millions of Tokyoites who pass through here, it is simply part of the daily commute, the familiar landscape of home. The neon jungle of Shibuya is a testament to Japan's post-war economic miracle and its complete embrace of the technological future. A place where commerce and culture fuse into a single, dazzling and unforgettable spectacle of light. Amidst the relentless flow of people and the glare of the electronic jungle, there stands a small, quiet monument that tells a story of a completely different nature. Near one of the main exits of Shibuya Station is a simple bronze statue of a dog. This is Hachiko, and his story is one of the most beloved and poignant in all of modern Japanese folklore. He was an Akita dog who, in the In the heart of Osaka, Dotonbori pulses with neon crowds and the aroma of sizzling street food. Here the canal mirrors a spectacle of light crowned by the iconic Glico Running Man. This is a living theatre where people gather, eat and celebrate, united by the vibrant energy of the city. Dotonbori is Osaka's wild, dazzling ritual of connection. Our journey now takes us away from the frenetic energy of the city to a place where the landscape itself has become a canvas. This is Naoshima, an island in Japan's Seto Inland Sea. Once a quiet industrial community, it has undergone a remarkable transformation, evolving into a world-renowned sanctuary for contemporary art. Here the line between nature and human creation is deliberately, beautifully blurred. The island's rolling hills, its quiet bays, and its sleepy fishing villages have become integral parts of the artistic experience, a gallery without walls. The dominant species in this unique habitat is not an animal, but an idea, the concept of art as a living, breathing part of the environment. This philosophy is most famously embodied by the work of artist Yayoi Kusama. Her giant yellow pumpkin, perched at the end of a pier, has become the island's most iconic resident. It sits in stoic defiance of the elements, its bold polka-dotted form a stark and joyful contrast to the muted blues and greens of the sea and sky. It is a landmark, a beacon that signals the island's creative purpose to all who approach its shores. The transformation of Naoshima was not a sudden event, but a slow, organic process of cultivation. It began as a vision to create a space where art, nature, and architecture could coexist in perfect harmony. Museums here are not imposing structures set apart from the landscape, they are embedded within it. The Chichu Art Museum, for instance, is built almost entirely underground, designed to minimally impact the natural beauty of the coastline. Visitors descend into the earth to view works by masters like Claude Monet and Walter de Maria, their experience shaped by the subtle play of natural light filtering from above. This symbiotic relationship extends to the island's very infrastructure. The Art House project takes empty houses in the old residential district of Honmura and transforms them into permanent art installations. Each house becomes a self-contained world, a space for contemplation and discovery. To explore them is to wander through the quiet lanes of the village, interacting with local residents and experiencing art not in a sterile gallery, but in the intimate context of a community's daily life. It is a profound statement about the power of art to revitalize and inhabit a place. The architectural philosophy of Naoshima is one of quiet deference to the natural world. The buildings here, designed primarily by the celebrated architect Tadao Ando, are masterworks of minimalist design, utilizing exposed concrete, glass and wood. They do not seek to dominate the landscape, but rather to frame it, to draw the visitor's attention to the subtle beauty of their surroundings. The concrete walls, stark and geometric, act as a counterpoint to the organic forms of the hills and the sea, creating a powerful dialogue between the man-made and the natural. Consider the Bernese House Museum, a structure that functions as both a museum and a hotel. It is perched on a headland overlooking the sea, its clean lines and expansive windows blurring the boundary between inside and out. To stay here is to live within the art. Sculptures are not confined to galleries, but are scattered across the lawns and along the coastline, inviting interaction at all hours. A guest might wake to find a colourful abstract form framed by their window, or stumble upon a curious installation while walking along the beach at dawn. The use of light is a critical element in this architectural language. Tadao Ando masterfully manipulates natural light using skylights, courtyards, and carefully placed openings to choreograph its movement throughout the day. The interiors of the museums are constantly changing, the textures of the concrete walls revealed and concealed as the sun travels across the sky. This creates a dynamic living quality within the buildings, ensuring that the experience of viewing the art is never static. It is a reminder that even in these man-made spaces, one is still connected to the great, immutable rhythms of nature. The journey between the various art sites is as much a part of the experience as the destinations themselves. Winding roads offer breathtaking vistas of the Seto Inland Sea, its surface dotted with countless small islands. The island encourages exploration by bicycle or on foot, a slow and deliberate pace that allows for a deeper immersion in the environment. The scent of salt and pine fills the air, and the gentle sound of waves provides a constant, soothing soundtrack. It is a pilgrimage through a landscape where every view feels curated, every moment an opportunity for quiet reflection. The infusion of art has had a profound impact on the island's original inhabitants. The community of Naoshima, once facing decline as its industrial base dwindled, has found a new sense of purpose and identity. The islanders are not merely hosts to this grand artistic project, they are its custodians and collaborators. Their presence lends an authenticity and warmth to the experience that could never be replicated in a purpose-built theme park. The art has been woven into the fabric of their daily lives, a source of pride and a bridge to the wider world. One can observe this integration in the most charming of details. The local bathhouse, I Love You, the U, meaning hot water, has been transformed into a fantastical, functioning work of art by artist Shinro Otake. It is a collage of recycled materials, neon signs, and eclectic imagery, a wonderfully chaotic and joyful space where locals and tourists can bathe together. Here, the high concept of contemporary art meets the humble, essential ritual of the public bath, creating a unique and democratic social space. It is a place of cleansing, both literally and spiritually. The island's population, once aging, has been revitalized by the arrival of younger people, drawn by the creative energy and the unique lifestyle Naoshima offers. They come to work in the museums, to open small cafes and guest houses, or simply to live in a place where creativity is valued. This has created a vibrant, multi-generational community, a blend of old and new that enriches the island's social ecosystem. The local school even incorporates the island's art into its curriculum, raising a new generation to be fluent in this visual language. Ultimately, Naoshima stands as a powerful example of regeneration. It is a testament to the idea that art is not a luxury, but a vital force that can transform landscapes, economies, and communities. It has taken an ordinary island and made it extraordinary, creating a habitat where human creativity and the natural world do not just coexist, but actively enhance one another. To visit Naoshima is to witness a hopeful experiment in progress, a vision of a future where our creative instincts are used not to conquer nature, but to enter into a more thoughtful and beautiful partnership with it. In the far north of Japan, on the island of Hokkaido, winter reigns supreme for many months of the year. Here, the landscape is transformed by a thick blanket of pristine, powdery snow. In the city of Sapporo, the harshness of this season is not something to be endured, but to be celebrated. For 1 week each February, the city becomes the stage for one of the world's most spectacular ephemeral creations, the Sapporo Snow Festival. Odori Park, a long green ribbon in the city's heart, becomes the foundation for a temporary kingdom built entirely of ice and snow. This festival is a colossal undertaking, a feat of engineering and artistry on a grand scale. Teams from around the world, alongside Japan's own self-defense forces, converge on the city to construct monumental sculptures. These are not simple snowmen. They are towering replicas of famous castles, intricate mythological scenes, and enormous portraits of cultural icons. The raw material, snow, is harvested from the surrounding areas and transported by the truckload into the city, a great migration of frozen water destined for a magnificent temporary existence. The construction process is a race against time and temperature. Scaffolding rises around vast, compacted blocks of snow, and from these the artists begin to carve. They work with shovels and chisels, saws and specialized tools, their breath misting in the frigid air. It is a delicate balance. The structure must be sound enough to support its own immense weight, yet detailed enough to capture the vision of its creators. Day by day, form emerges from the formless, a testament to human ingenuity and collaborative effort in the face of nature's most challenging conditions. For the duration of the festival, the city's character is fundamentally altered. The normal routines of urban life are suspended, replaced by a sense of wonder and collective celebration. Millions of visitors descend upon Sapporo, wrapped in thick coats and hats, their faces upturned in awe. The sculptures, brilliant white against the crisp blue sky by day, are transformed at night by a symphony of colored lights. They become glowing, ethereal structures, lending a magical, dreamlike quality to the frozen city, a fleeting metropolis of impossible beauty. In another corner of this winter kingdom, in the entertainment district of Susukino, a different kind of artistry is on display. Here, the medium is not snow, but its crystalline cousin, ice. The main street is closed to traffic and becomes an open-air gallery of ice sculptures. These creations are marvels of transparency and light, each one carved from a solid block of pure, clear ice. The artists who work in this medium are masters of a fragile and demanding craft, their canvas one that can shatter with a single misplaced blow. The subjects of these ice sculptures are often creatures of the sea. Great fish, squid and crabs are frozen in lifelike poses, their forms containing real specimens, a surreal and beautiful form of taxidermy. The ice acts as a perfect lens, magnifying the details of the trapped creatures and preserving them in a moment of suspended animation. It is a tribute to the bounty of the northern seas, a reminder of the life that thrives beneath the frozen surface of the ocean, brought into the heart of the city and encased in its own element. The process of carving ice requires immense precision and a deep understanding of the material. The sculptors use chainsaws for the initial rough shaping, their raw cutting through the cold air, but the fine detail work is done with delicate chisels and heat, a process of careful subtraction and subtle melting. Light is the crucial final ingredient. As it passes through the finished sculpture, it refracts and reflects, breaking into its constituent colors and bringing the frozen form to life. The sculpture becomes a vessel of light, a jewel in the winter night. As with their snowy counterparts, these ice sculptures are destined for a short existence. They are a monument to the present moment, their beauty amplified by their own impermanence. As the festival week progresses, they may begin to lose their sharp edges, softened by the ambient temperature or the touch of a curious hand. Their eventual melting is not a tragedy, but the natural conclusion of their life cycle. They will return to water, leaving only the memory of their brief crystalline perfection in the minds of those who witnessed them. The Sapporo Snow Festival is more than just a display of artistic and engineering prowess. It is a powerful expression of community. The event brings together people from all walks of life, from the soldiers of the self-defense forces who build the largest structures to the local citizens and international teams who participate in the sculpture competitions. It is a collaborative effort that transforms the city, fostering a sense of shared pride and accomplishment that helps to dispel the gloom of the long winter. Beyond the monumental sculptures, the festival grounds are a hive of activity. Food stalls line the pathways, sending plumes of steam into the frigid air. They offer a catalogue of Hokkaido's hearty winter cuisine, hot bowls of ramen, grilled corn with butter, and roasted potatoes. These simple, warming foods provide the fuel for exploration and are an essential part of the festival experience. Families and friends gather around these stalls, sharing food and warmth, their laughter mingling with the festive music that fills the park. For children, the festival is a magical playground. Giant snow slides are constructed, offering a thrilling ride down a slope of pure white. Skating rinks are opened and smaller areas are Once a military airbase, Hitachi Seaside Park is now a living canvas where each season brings a breathtaking transformation. In spring, blue nemophila flowers blanket Miharashi Hill. In autumn, crimson kochia set the landscape ablaze. Carefully tended gardens, vibrant blooms and winding paths invite visitors to celebrate nature's beauty and the gentle passage of time, a testament to hope, renewal and harmony between people and the land. Deep within the forested hills of northern Kyushu, Kawachi Fuji Garden opens for a few weeks each year, revealing breathtaking wisteria tunnels. Cascades of purple, white and pink blossoms create a living, fragrant canopy. This private, family-run garden is a fleeting paradise. Its beauty must be experienced in person, as photos can only hint at the wonder found beneath the wisteria's bloom. Our journey through Japan, from the spiritual heart of Ise to the floral wonder of Kawachi, reveals a nation defined by its profound relationship with time. We have seen how its history is not confined to museums but is etched into the very landscape. The serene gardens of Kyoto, the formidable castles of the shoguns and the solemn memorials of Hiroshima each tell a story. They speak of a culture that deeply honors its past, learns from its trials and continually finds new ways to express its identity. This is the essence of Japan's timeless beauty, a seamless blend of ancient tradition and modern innovation, of natural splendor and human creativity. Which of these remarkable places has fascinated you the most? We would love to read your thoughts in the comments below. The stunning locations we have explored are but threads in a much larger and more intricate tapestry. Each shrine, each city, each mountain and each garden is a testament to a different era, a different philosophy, a different way of life, from the quiet discipline of a Zen rock garden to the vibrant chaos of Shibuya Crossing. Japan offers a spectrum of experiences that is unparalleled. It is a country that embraces contrast, finding harmony in the juxtaposition of the serene and the dynamic, the old and the new. This ability to hold opposites in a delicate, beautiful balance is perhaps its greatest strength and its most enduring legacy. The story of Japan is, of course, far from over. While we have journeyed through its most iconic sites, countless other wonders lie hidden, waiting to be discovered off the beaten path. Our exploration has only scratched the surface of what this incredible country has to offer. In our next adventure, we will venture deeper, so be sure to stay tuned for our upcoming film, Hidden Gems in Rural Japan, where we will uncover the quiet villages, forgotten traditions and untouched landscapes that hold the nation's soul. The journey is only just beginning and there is so much more to see. We hope this exploration of Japan's timeless beauty has inspired you as much as it has us. The interplay between its dramatic history and its breathtaking landscapes creates a destination that is truly unique in the world. Its story is one of resilience, artistry, and a deep, abiding respect for the world around it. If you have enjoyed this journey, please consider showing your support by liking this video, subscribing to our channel for more stories from our planet, and don't forget to comment with your favorite spot from our list. Thank you for joining us.